Hello guys, welcome back to the Results Cricket Academy channel. So in this video, I'm going to give you some very simple tips about the front foot defense, helping your child further improve their front foot defense. I always like to say that to build a child's confidence in cricket, they should have a strong front foot defense. And that's what we are going to work on today. So the number one most common mistake that a young child makes when they are facing a bowler who's a little quick, they would try to play the defense, but they'll move away from the stumps and then play away from their body, opening their stumps for a wicket. We'll talk about the positive, negative approach. The negative is we put an obstruction on the leg side of the child. You can also put their cricket kit or a stump on just behind their leg so that they are forced to come straight and then play the ball. And then the second word in this approach, the negative, positive. So the positive is where we use fun games, fun activities to help them learn how to play the correct front foot defense by stepping forward towards the ball, playing the ball late, holding a strong position. These are all the positive things that we can teach them. In this first exercise, or the first game if you like, we're going to work on moving the child's feet to the ball in their defense. Side on position, parent or the coach is feeding the ball a little low and the child has to step to the ball, allow the ball to hit their leg. It's a tennis ball so it won't hurt, but the child can wear a pad as well. So this is working on getting the child to move their feet towards the ball, and that's the practice that they're trying to do to play their good defense. So we are working on stepping towards the line of the ball in a very simple way. The fun game here could be how many times the child can defend the ball or put their feet behind the ball before they miss. So we can count, maybe it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and this can be improved over time. In the second game, we're going to get our head down and our hands down close to the ball. So we'll move the feet and work on getting the head down. So we're working on putting that weight forward, getting the head low. So the child again will stand in their position. So the feet can be a full toss throw and the child has to catch the ball next to their leg. And getting down and catching the ball close to their feet. So their feet and their head is moving towards the ball. The head is getting very low. So that's 1 point for me. So that's 2 points, 3 and 4. So that was a good one as well. And again, it can be a fun game. The number of catches the child takes before they drop one or before they let it go. So now we move on to game 3. I want you to grab maybe a cone or some kind of object and put it about 1 step away from the crease. That's where the defense has to land. Their front arm, they touch it to their opposite shoulder. So they stand like this, and as the ball is being thrown, they have to step forward and then defend the ball with their fist. That defense, that ball has to then hit that cone. If it hits the cone, then they get the point. So they are trying to learn that they have to step to the ball, they have to put their head down, and they have to learn to play it a bit late so that the ball can drop just in front of them and doesn't go up or drop far in their defense. So as you can see, it can be a fun game for the child to play. It is quite tricky to hit the cone. That's the exciting part of the game. And the kind of game you can play is that the number of times the child takes to hit the cone for the first time, then the second time, the third time. And this is a very interesting game, a very enjoyable game for the child to play. So now we move to game 4. In this game, the child will get their bat and they'll start playing their defense. So they'll start putting all the things together that we learned. The foot to the ball, the head down, playing late. Put all of those things together and then learn how to play that good defense. So I want you to teach them one thing is, I'm showing you a side-on view. When they stand, ask them to step forward. But as they step forward, make sure that they lift that bat up, get a nice high bat lift, and then bring it down in their defense, just trying to get their elbow bent and elbow up. These are the 2 things that you should teach your child or teach your student, just to make sure that they are enjoying, but at the same time they are learning that correct technique. So we'll have a look at that again. So step forward, back lift, and then as they play that defense, the elbow is bending and elbow is going up. some basic techniques for them to learn. So now we'll play the game. The child can take their stance at the crease. I've got that yellow cone from the previous game as well. I'm going to try and hit that with my defense. So, a very simple game, but it's a very effective game again. Children also love to play scenarios, so you can play a country versus country scenario, a test match scenario where they're trying to survive maybe 3 overs or 4 overs. Maybe you know how to spin the ball, they're trying to survive that with their defense. Make it a little bit fun for the child so that they are enjoying and they are engaged and they are excited. So the most common mistakes you'll see the child doing when you're teaching them the defense is sometimes, as I said at the start of the video, their foot will go away from the ball. So that's why you've got your obstructions here. Second most common mistake that you'll see the child making is that when you are throwing them the ball, they are playing at the ball in a very strong way or very hard hand. So it might look like something like this, but maybe they don't understand that they have to play with very soft hands. So that's something that you can explain to them, you can teach them. The third most common mistake that you'll see the child making when you are feeding the ball to them is they'll try and play the defense, but they'll play it very early. So they'll play it out here, where as we know they should play it close to the body. And again, this is a teaching moment for them where you can show it to them, you can explain it to them that the ball has to be played close to them. These 3 things keep in mind when you are throwing the ball to them. Now at this moment you might feel frustrated that the child is not getting the defense or the student is not able to play that perfect defense quickly, and it'll take some time. There's no shortcut to this. Make it fun for them, make it engaging for them. Use a training regime in the week. So for example, day 1 could be front foot defense, day 2 could be back foot defense, day 3 can be attacking shots. Use this cycle, and then you come back to the front foot defense in the next week. So the child is not getting bored or it's not becoming repetitive for the child. We don't want the interest to die. So we want them to enjoy cricket for a long time. So make it fun for them. And I hope that they enjoy. I hope this video was interesting and of value to you. Thank you.